Alright fellas, got another auction tool haul here. This guy was into classic cars. He was a welder. He was also into blacksmithing, which you may see here in a little bit. Got some really good deals there. Second auction I've been to in the last 2 weeks, and of course it rained on us. Again, lots of wet shit, and well, sometimes that's good for prices, sometimes not so much, because the guys like me who are there to buy shit, we tend to stay through the rain. First thing I got, he painted everything red, and I don't know why. But not everything was red. Some of the stuff was blue. I'm not even sure what wrench this is. M-O-P-A-C-R. So this is a Missouri Pacific Railroad wrench. Or at least that's what it's branded. And it looks like a Billings actually. Grabbed one of these. I've actually been looking for one of these just wrenches to make my own. I was going to run it off the back face here, my other bar, but the way he did it, where he welded that and then put a pipe in there, keeps everything nice, straight and in line. So good idea. I like it. I bought it. $2.50. I did go ahead and pick up another pair of tongs. These guys right here are actually stamped Caliburn. I don't know if that's a local guy or if that is an actual national name, but they call them bolt tongs. So yeah, $10, easy peasy, cheap and sleazy. I also picked up this because it works, and it actually does work. I plugged everything there in that had a cord, so that if it didn't work, before I loaded it up in the truck and brought it home, say, hey look, shit doesn't work, I don't want it no more. And you know, this light was only $2. I didn't notice at the time I bought it that it didn't have an on-off switch. It's one of them you just plug her in. So, I don't know, put a wall outlet in, hook up a light switch to it, power on and off. Might do that, I don't know. Might just plug it into a power strip, run a bunch of lights off of that power strip, and then whenever I need the light, just flip the power strip and there it comes on. Have yet to decide what's going on with that. More lighting is never bad. And this thing comes all encased. It's a single unit, so set it and forget it. Grabbed a couple of these hammers here. These were $5.50 a piece. I like these little guys. Again, he painted everything red. That says Bell System. But nice, small, and is almost flat, even though it's got a bit of a round face to it. This one has a little bit more of a round face than this back one. You know, all that stuff can be addressed at a grinder or whatever. Still got to put notches in the handle so you know which side is which just when you pick it up. You don't have to look at it. This is a big old guy. And the reason I got her is it says right there, wear safety goggles. So whenever something says wear safety goggles, I grab it. Nothing special. A couple power cords here. You know, some adapters, some ends. A grinding stone dresser. Even came with extra teeth. Splitter. Here's another cord, come with a spring on her. And actually, like I said, guy was into older cars. He also, you know, fixed other stuff. But this is a memory saver. Plug a 9-volt battery in there, plug it into your cigarette lighter, and you don't lose all your radio settings and that kind of stuff too. So when I actually saw this in that box along with the belt dresser, I was like, hey, that's a pretty good little score right there. We'll go ahead and pick that box up. And like I said, this guy was in there too. I picked this box up for $3. Why? Because of the reducers. You build propane forges and stuff, you need reducers. $3 for this whole box is less than one of those reducers. So, you know, score. Got this spring hanger kit. Not exactly sure what's that's for, but I have ideas, and you know, my ideas aren't always great, but we'll see. A couple of pieces of pipe here he'd already cut off. I'm guessing that was probably for the forge that he made. I'm gonna put pictures on my Instagram of some of the stuff that was there at this auction, and you'll see he had a kick-ass forge, kick-ass power hammer. He had a lot of kick-ass shit. More taps. Bunch of just miscellaneous ones in there. A couple screws also. Same thing with this guy, but a lot of these are smaller. Even some real small guys in there. So more prone to break, definitely. Oh, look there, there's even a die. Nothing too spectacular there. Drawer liners. These mats are frickin' thick, and they are better than any drawer liner I've ever seen. I do not know where he got them, and I'm pretty sure they were not drawer liners to begin with. They just ended up being what he used for drawer liners. I can already tell you right now that every drawer liner I've ever felt was less of a drawer liner than these are. $3 for this whole pile. So not only better, but more cheaper. This guy right here. No, not this guy. This guy right here. Yeah. So box of belts. Well, bucket of belts. 6x48. I don't have a 6x48. They were in there, and you know, I mean, obviously you can tell they're brand new. So will I have a 6x48 inch belt sander? I don't know, but we'll see. Right there, I do have one of those 3x21 inch little handheld grinder there. I always call them grinders. Everybody else calls them sanders. But yeah, no, this I definitely have, and it will. The next time I need a 80 grit belt. Now this guy's cute. So these sanding, they called them sanding discs on the sheet. But these sanding belts right here were $3. And as you can tell, there's 4 of them, so less than $1 a piece. This guy right here, 2 different purchases here. I bought the tips first, and the tips all taped together, $6. As you can see, they're all Victors. As you can see, they're all different sizes. 2 of these, I believe. Let's see, that guy right there is new. So the A's new. So these are for oxyacetylene welding. It's a smaller kit. Oh, that guy's new too. And then there's 2 of these others. I'm not exactly sure if these are size C or not. They look to be the bigger size. But yeah, these guys have been used. The only 2 that have. So half new, half used. I'm not sure what the cost on them new is because I didn't have a rig for this just yet, so I never priced them. But there's the hose. Come in this little kit here. I got that clamped together there. I guess that's one way of not losing those. Okay. Here are my splitters and my little welding rig. Now this one also has a new tip on it, and it also looks to be like one of those C tips, so I guess that one's probably fairly common, at least for what he was doing at the time. No, it says right there C. Huh. We will have to pay attention to those hoses. I have not checked for leaks yet. And you do not want to find a leak after you've struck it. So, very important to check all this stuff. It is secondhand, come from an auction. You can't treat it like it's brand new. You got to check your shit out. Soapy water, spray bottle. You know, it's cheap because it's used. But I've got a great home for this. Got my little oxyacetylene torch setting up over there. It looks so pretty. I'm about to go melt some shit. Okay, this is the other thing I bought. I bought this for $17.50. I've got a new wheel on there. This shaft is not exactly long enough, so It's kind of maybe a little sketch, but you know, we'll run it until she flies off and then figure out something else. Yeah, old polishing wheel on this side. She fit on there nice and dandy. She's got all her pieces are on her. But this was the one that I had a problem with the switch. I had her plugged in just like this, and I was banging on one of these, getting her all tore apart. And she did come with the guards and everything, but you know, I've never been to prison, but guards, they just kinda, they make me antsy, you know. So I like to get rid of them whenever I can, which is why I'm all scarred up. But anyway, she does work. And she rolls like a bitch on that. Oh, I still got metal shavings and shit on the floor. That's why the rubber's not working. We might have to go ahead and clean that up. She spins like a hot damn. She just likes to move. And I'm not sure if it's from that, or maybe this wheel's just a little bit too big for this side compared to what I have over here, but it's not exactly great. We're gonna have to do something about that. And finally, here, let's turn this light on there. Oh damn, that shit's hot. Oh yeah, hot. So here is a power hammer. It is a slammer hammer. You gotta have a lot of ass to move this guy. Spring actuated. So step down on this. Step down on the foot control, get her rocking. Gotta have a little bit of rhythm for this guy. And you know, gets her going. Slam, anvil on the top, anvil on the bottom. Set your different dies in there. I've been turning pennies into quarters. Super thin quarters, just to have something to do with it, because my big forge is in the middle of being made right now, and I've got half of it done without any video on it, so that might not be a very good build video. But this guy right here, he's the one that made it. He's the one that had the auction. Made in America. Fucking A, gotta support your small business, small manufacturing. Guy built this himself off of plans from the internet, I do believe. For what I bought this for, and no, I'm not going to tell you what I bought this for. I couldn't have bought the steel, that's for damn sure. That's the guy's name right there, Roe. It says right there, power hammer, little American Eagle. And then, yeah, whatever the hell that is. It's Roman or Greek, and you know, they don't rule the world, so I don't know what the hell that numbering system means. She's a beast. And this is definitely one of them things where, you know, there will be no blacksmithing at night, because this motherfucker is loud. And you know, I've had pennies in there because you have to have something, and you have to have something in this anvil area. You can't just slam these two anvils together. Even with the pennies in there, this thing thuds like a son of a bitch. And yeah, there's no way in hell I'd be able to run this in the middle of the night, because my neighbors would be pissed. Yeah, need to find that place in the country so I can do whatever the hell I want whenever the hell I want. Either that, or you know, buy a house in town and clear out the 2 lots beside me and the one across from me and the one behind me, and just go to town. But you know, big dream, small wallet, what can you say? And as always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Love, hate, hardknocksforge@gmail.com. Don't send me any panties, they never fit.